So I think by now we all have a basic idea of some of the expensive LEGO Star Wars minifigures on the market now, but I wanted to take this video and look at some of the cheaper ones. So in today's video, guys, I'll be showing you guys 10 LEGO Star Wars minifigures that are $5 or less in the USA market. Let's talk about it, guys. So yes, welcome back everyone to another LEGO Star Wars video. In today's video, I wanted to kind of switch it up a little bit and go over some cheap LEGO Star Wars minifigures that I recommend picking up since they are relatively cheap compared to a lot of other minifigures on the market, and they might not be this price forever. So as always, guys, all prices of this video are based off of bricklink.com and the USA market. I'm personally in the USA and a lot of my audiences as well, so that's why I like to go over just the USA market. So two more very quick things I want to mention for this video. First off, this will have no minifigures that are currently in sets right now as of October 2022. And also, guys, all the minifigures in this video will be based off of used conditions, but not damaged conditions. So without further ado, though, guys, let's move on to the list. Alright, guys, moving on to number 10, we have a nice little army builder right here, being the Gungan Soldier from the old 2011 and 2012 sets. This one right here, surprisingly, is pretty cheap, guys. If you guys are looking to recreate the Battle on Naboo from episode 1, it's actually going to be pretty cheap, I feel, to get your Gungan, since right now, guys, for a used, good condition Gungan Soldier, you'll only have to be paying about $3 or $3.50 per minifigure, which, compared to a lot of other ones, guys, that is not too bad. And, if you want 10, 20, 30 of them, you guys can basically get that all for under $100, which, when you compare buying 30 of these guys for $100 compared to some of these other minifigures that cost $100 just for one of them, I think that's definitely a pretty good deal, guys. And let's move on to the next one. Alright, guys, moving on to another nice little army builder minifigure. We have the new Geonosian without the wings, though. So if you guys are wanting the wings on your Geonosian, you guys will be paying slightly over $5, but without them, you guys can get it for about $3.50 to about $4 for without the wings, which, again, for about $3 per minifigure, it's not too bad. Same thing, you guys can get 20, 30, 40 of them, all for under $100 pretty much, and, really make a nice Geonosian mock, and just have them all on the ground, you know what I mean? Have them all fighting on the ground, have them landed, then again, maybe buy 2 or 3, 4 up in the air, have them flying around, pay a little bit extra, but nonetheless, guys, that's another one to really build up kind of your overall Star Wars creature army. Let's get on to the next one. Alright, guys, moving on to a sequel minifigure. Definitely not something I thought I would be talking about in today's video, but we actually have the First Order TIE Pilot, both variations of them, for Episode 7 and Episode 8. Not the Special Forces one, just the 2 original all-black ones that they came out with. Those guys are only about $4 each, and I definitely don't think they're a bad minifigure. I think the minifigures are actually subjectively better than the, the actual TIE Fighter pilot helmets from the Imperial Army. I really do like how they have the nice little breathing tube on them, and, very sleek helmet design, and, I definitely don't think the First Order was the problem with the sequels. I definitely think the concept of the First Order was alright. Once you started bringing the Sith Empire and stuff like that, the Sith Troopers, that's when it started getting a little weird. But I think the First Order TIE Pilot as an overall minifigure for only about $4 each is definitely not too bad and kind of spice up your First Order army. There's that one, guys. Alright, guys, moving on to a non-army builder character right here, we actually have Dengar, the newest version with the white torso. So he came out in the 2016 and 2017 sets, being the Bounty Hunter Battle Pack, and then also the Freemaker Venture set. So this guy right here, if you guys don't have him for your collection yet, I would pick him up right now, because you basically can get him for about $4.50 up to about $5, which I think for a named character of this detail, and the other counterpart of him from 2011 is going for about 15 to 20 bucks, so this is definitely a cheap alternative. But nonetheless, guys, I think $5 is a very fair deal for him, and pick them up now before, who knows, a couple months from now it could be worth $35. But let's move on to the next one, guys. Alright, guys, moving on to a minifigure that can spice up your Separatist army, you actually have the Commando Droid Captain from the 2013 501st ATRT. I feel like a bunch of people have the original Commando Droids, and, that's nice to have, 30, 40, 50 of those guys, which, again, that's another minifigure I recommend picking up. Very underrated. I think both these Commando Droids, I think for, coming out in basically 2012 era, very nice designs. Again, the only thing maybe missing for them is some posability, since in the actual Clone Wars show, the Commando Droids are, doing everything. They're flying around. They're the most agile things on the show. So, for being a LEGO counterpart, you got to give them a little bit of slack there. But nonetheless, guys, the Captain right here, only $4. I definitely recommend picking up a couple of them. Have them, lead up your, your army of Commando Droids, and definitely one that I don't ever see be remade. I think if they were to ever put a Commando Droid in another set, it would probably be updated first off, and they would probably only stick to the original ones. I don't really see a purpose of them putting a Captain anywhere. And again, at this point, we might not ever even see another Commando Droid of any stature. So nonetheless, though, guys, that's this one. Let's move on to the next one. Alright guys, moving into the halfway point, I wanted to bring up a clone trooper that you guys can actually find for roughly under $5 right here. We actually got the original clone pilot, phase 2 from back in the 2005 era. This guy is underrated. I feel like a lot of people, don't really like those original phase 2 clones, but in my opinion, I like them. Again, sure, it's probably all nostalgia for me. That's probably why I like them. If these guys came out after the newer ones, if these guys came out in today's standards, say, and we never had them back, 20 years ago, then I would probably be a little bit like, all right, these guys are a little ugly. But nonetheless, though, guys, current market price, you guys can pick this guy up for right at $5 or a little bit less than $5. So that's not going to happen forever. Again, there's a lot of people making clone armies on him. He's always been a little bit cheaper, but I feel like definitely within probably a week or two, or probably right after I filmed this video even, this guy will not be anywhere under $5 at all. So for what it's worth, there's 5 or 6 of them right now on BrickLink. I think for under $5, picking up a clone trooper, picking up a few of them, not too bad. Since I personally really do like this one. I know it's definitely a toss-up in the community whether or not these original phase 2 clones are good or not, but I think for under $5, any clone you can't go wrong with. Alright guys, moving on to a character right here that I think a lot of us have at least one variation of them, but probably not this one. We actually got C-3PO right here in Pearl Light Gold. So actually the only Lego minifigure ever made in the color Pearl Light Gold, and this guy I feel like is very cool. Came out all the way back in 2000 or 2005, so as is, a lot of us probably weren't even collecting back then. And for what it's worth, I think this is a nice little minifigure to kind of spice up your your C-3PO collection. And right now, currently, same thing with the pilot, you guys can get him for basically right on the money at $5. There's a few sellers right underneath at about $4.95, $4.92. But I think nonetheless though, guys, this is definitely one where, again, we'll never see the minifigure made in this colorway again, let alone C-3PO. Just to kind of spice up your collection a little bit, add a little something different, I definitely recommend picking up this guy, especially for under $5. Alright guys, moving on to the next one, we actually got the Ugnaught right here, dark blue overalls from the 2016 Carbon Freezing Chamber. And this one right here, I just feel like in the overall design is worth, $5. And he's actually going for a little bit less. He's going for about a little under $4 now, a little over $4, right around that range, like within that 50-cent range. And this guy right here, I gotta give LEGO major props for him. It looks very accurate. I think the overall design and the head mold looks a lot better than the Queel and the new Razor Crest set. I definitely don't think anyone really has a need to army build these guys per se, but if you guys want a couple extra ones for any little mock you're doing, I think for about $4 a piece is definitely well worth it. But let's move on to the next one. Moving on to number 2 right here, we actually got one that you guys can get a new condition and actually sealed in a poly bag right here. So we actually have the Rebel A-Wing pilot in the red outfit. Came out in 2016, and right now, guys, used ones out of the bag are actually going for more than $5. But right here, I will kind of plug Brick Vibe right here on BrickLink. He's got 34 of them for $4.49 each. And in my humble opinion, I think just for your overall completionist for your collection, and just for an actual display minifigure, let alone maybe for your Rebel Army, get 4 or 5 of these guys, kind of command your A-Wings in your collection. This guy is a very stellar minifig for only $4.49, especially brand new condition. Again, I think we all know in the current LEGO Star Wars market, getting any brand new condition LEGO minifigure, that's retired for under $5 is basically a pipeline dream at this point. So I really wanted to kind of mention this out to you guys and to let you guys know, Rebel A-Wing pilot for about $4.50 right now. So I definitely recommend picking this guy up for the price he's at now. Let's get on to number 1 though, guys. Alright guys, so moving on to number 1, I had to do it for you guys. I had to add another clone trooper in here that is also very underrated, I feel, that being the Bomb Squad trooper. So I feel like back in the day, a lot of people were kind of mad that, came 2 in a battle pack. A lot of people had, 30, 40 of these guys, and, they were only ever in, I believe, 2 Clone Wars episodes, and it's kind of a hard, clone trooper to really army build and have a reason to. But I feel like nonetheless, though, guys, again, current market, if we're talking about just 2022 market in general, being able to pick up a Bomb Squad trooper for about $4.50 to $5 right now is, I think, a very good deal. Again, I don't think anyone really needs a million of these guys, but you guys, are trying to build up your clone army really quick, want a couple of cheap clones to kind of fill out your base plate, picking up, 5, 10 of these guys at $5 each. I definitely don't think you can go too wrong with it. And, like I said with the pilot, guys, this is basically the cheapest clone trooper on the market right now, if you don't include, like, the 501st clone. If you guys don't include the new stuff, this is basically the cheapest clone that you guys can pick up right now. And I recommend it. I love them personally. And yeah, that's all, guys, for the list. Let's close off the video. Alright guys, so as always, thank you so much for watching this video. I feel like this was a pretty fun one to do for a change. And it's pretty funny to look at, guys. When I was looking through videos of kind of, videos I wanted to remake and kind of continue series of. So back in 2020 and 2021, actually, I did a series for LEGO Star Wars minifigures you can buy under $2. And all those minifigures in those videos are all the way up to, $4, $5, $6 now. And I was going to do another one of those. In order for you guys not to just look at a list of just all battle droids, I had to up it to $5 now and do this video and add a little bit more, unique characters of the list. So yes, as always guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll probably continue this series. I'll probably do like a part 2, a part 3 of this specific series right here. Maybe every couple weeks or so, maybe every 3 weeks I'll do another one, and just kind of let you guys know what minifigures are cheap right now, and what minifigures you guys should probably buy before it's too late. So as always guys, that's all for this video. See you guys all in the next one. Bye guys, and stay safe.